Okay, great. Welcome to this live stream, in which we are simply going to continue writing our daily article. So, if you are new to all of this, on the 1st of April, I committed to write and publish a daily article on Substack, and today is day 25. So, how this session actually works is that, first of all, I am going to draft the article that is supposed to go out tomorrow, and then I'm going to edit the article that we've written yesterday. So for today, I have two topics. I think this one would be interesting. So write daily is my best advice for beginners, and here's how to do it in just 40. So I think I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to save like the ideas. Like the second idea was like how to get your subscribers to buy from you. I'm going to recycle that, or I'm going to use that, for later on. So I'm simply going to move this right here, and okay, let's just go with that one. So yeah. Okay, so writing, I think like writing is my best advice for. It's my best advice for beginners. Not sure if beginners is actually gratifying. So let's just brainstorm the headline a bit, right? So it's my best advice to, let's say, to start your solopreneur empire, right? Your tiny solopreneur empire. Here's how to actually do it. Here's how to actually do it. Writing daily is the best. It's the best way to start. I thought this would be a little bit like, I don't like what the handle is. It's a bit long, right? So here's actually doing it for just 45 minutes a day. Yeah, I don't know, like something along these lines. For beginners, I don't know. Um, Something along these lines. Okay. Okay, let's just go for that. So I'm going to kind of recycle some ideas that we used in the past. Let me just zoom out a bit, which was like, it's not this one. How to keep writing when nobody's reading. It wasn't that one. The 5 lies that keep writers poor. It was like open. It was like 02. My plan to write a daily article on Substack. I'm sorry. I just have to take a break. I just have to go to the bathroom. So, bathroom break. So, I'll be back quickly. Okay, great. I'm back. Okay, so everything is still working. Cool. So let's just okay. So let's just start with the outline. So in terms of the outline, like the first thing is to actually understand, okay, like what is understanding what to write. So the goal is not stupidly sitting down at a keyboard and trying to chunk out words. It's to understand exactly what you need to write. So one of the mistakes that I made early on is to simply start writing emails because it's my favorite writing format. Because when you're just getting started, you have no audience. So all your efforts should be geared towards writing content that gets you noticed. So now there are several ways to actually think about this. First, you could start writing for SEO. But writing for SEO is a bit technical, it's also a bit slow, and it really adds an extra layer of complexity because you need to find the right keywords. Or what you could do, you could start writing on platforms like this one. No matter how you think about it, um, start writing. Did you notice? Like, I actually think that we even don't need to actually write this with AI. This is basically a already a done section, right? So, um, okay. So first of all, you need to understand, um, you need to understand what to write. Okay. So the next step is to actually committing to doing it every day, because um, it's easy to get started, but it's harder to keep going. As an example, on the first of this month, I committed to write and post a daily long form article. And on the, I would actually need to look this up on, I would need to look this up on YouTube. Uh, the live section, I think it was, yeah, on day 9. It was day 9, I think. Oh yeah, already had some thoughts to quit. You know, bad sleep, um, thoughts. But if you actually you're writing to turn into a six-figure income, you just need to treat it like a job or a business. Ideas are your raw material as a creator. If you don't have any ideas, then so I like to think of it like a factor. It's like when you don't have the raw materials, you cannot run the machines. So you need to eliminate that bottleneck. So this is the first bottleneck that you need to eliminate. Never running out of ideas is stupidly simple if you understand that you're not going to get your best ideas in front of your screen, but you're going to get them throughout the day. So I get my best ideas when walking, before taking a nap, or when driving. So what I simply do is I capture these ideas at these specific moments of time. I don't rely on my memory because I'm going to forget these ideas. So I've created specific shortcuts on my phone that allow me to capture ideas with a with two taps. I'm also using a voice dictation app to quickly record um, my thoughts when driving. If you never want to run out of content ideas, you need to capture your ideas first. Okay, so now you solve the idea problem. Now comes the next step, is that most people think that creating content is some kind of mystical thing where you just sit down and wait for inspiration. But that's not the case. There are proven templates that follow human psychological principles that allow you to talk about anything um, in a simple and easy way. A template is nothing else than a way of organizing your piece of content. So, as an example, you start with an intro, then you talk about the problem, then you talk about the wrong solutions, etc., etc., etc. The easiest way to become, and that's also the easiest way to write content that is interesting to people. There is no merit in reinventing the wheel. Start using templates. Um, I've created a free cheat sheet, and you can download it for free by clicking this link. Okay, you need to show up. So pieces get you noticed. Okay. Write your first draft with AI. Many writers feel resistance when writing with AI, but it's really all about how to use it ethically. A simple way that I found works like breeze is to the best way I found to use AI is to create custom craft prompts based on my writing style. Then what I do is I feed it with my ideas, which means that I'm not using AI to outline my articles. It always starts with my ideas, with my perspective, with my examples. Okay, so now you're writing your first draft with AI. So what I like to do after writing an article is to simply let it breathe for at least one day, and then go back to it with fresh eyes. And if you actually followed everything that I mentioned in this article, you should be able to crank out first draft in less than 30 minutes. So this then gives you 15 minutes extra to simply proofread, copy and paste, and do the stupid monkey work to simply get your article out there. When I first started publishing online, one of the things that actually ate up a lot of time was editing. I was just editing to death. The reason is that I had no rules. It was just like me reading and rereading and rereading what I already reread. I like to say that if you actually can't make your piece better with one editing round, it's probably a shitty first draft anyways. So then it goes back to you. Like, are you willing to spend, 5 hours editing it, or simply scrapping it, or there are going to be days where you just simply write crap, and that's just part of the process. The goal is to be mindful and understand, okay, what did you do wrong? Perhaps your ideas weren't clear, or perhaps you use a template that just doesn't work. Like, whatever it is, actually take this piece of feedback to improve your process. Okay, that's it. So, surprisingly, I didn't use AI to actually write this. So, I mean, technically, I used AI because we used the voice transcription. But we can now take this. I'm going to proofread that. Right? It's like we're going to proofread that. Let me just open. I would need an intro. I would need an intro for that. So. Oh, anything else? It's okay. So we're done with this one. I no, we're not done. I need an intro. So let me also use Claude and see perhaps which was just a second. Which was okay. Let's just take this. So project. I have my social writer, which is this one. Article. Please write me 3 different intros I can use based on my examples. This is a good one, but it's not true. I did my best. Mm, the first one was the strongest. Okay. Can you give me 3 different variations as different as possible? I don't think this is actually bad. Yeah, the first one was the best one. So let me just take this. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. I know that the piece that we wrote yesterday needs some editing because the environment wasn't the best. So this is the title. So first of all, I don't even think that we actually proofread that. So let's just do some quick proofreading on this one, so that at least we can get rid uh, of the big mistakes. Okay, so um, And yes, it also means going when you get 0 likes and 0 comments. I'm writing this daily article at 6:17 p.m. Um, I would like to get the link to live stream. Oh no. Why why isn't it showing that I'm okay? Oh, it's showing live. Okay, cool. There's like a streaming live writing sessions on YouTube. That's true, but you have to start somewhere. Um, I started writing daily emails that took me somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour and a half to write. I mean, you could just write, you know, short form pieces and reply to 20 notes. Yeah, I mean, treat it like a part-time job. So being itchless, the biggest scam on Substack. Nobody just tries to support your journey, right? Uh, they, so we need to stand for something. Solve a conflict. Talk about that. Relentlessly. You might feel the reasons because you have a lot of things to share, right? You have a lot of passions, perhaps a bit of ADHD. Uh, okay, so I would like to get a. I would like to find an analogy right here. So, okay, I would like you to help me find an analogy with someone, getting hired in a cafe and then just doing, like, you get hired for doing something and then you do a bunch of other different things that nobody asked you to do, and then you're basically all over the place. I mean, come on. Okay. So this is basically the part, right? First come for problem, then see for personality. So you become nicheless after starting with a niche. That's how it not the other way around. Stop following stupid advice just because it comforts you in your, just because it makes you feel comfortable, just because it makes you feel comfortable, right? Okay, so, and the reason why I'm writing a daily log is because like I'm writing daily long form articles right now because I want to see whether or not you can grow on Substack. But now don't get me wrong, I'm actually running this challenge and I and have over 5,000 subscribers. So my articles like university will be invisible. And focusing on simply writing a long form is only going to multiply all your efforts by 0. Why? Because there's a news feed, there's a news feed for notes. There's a news feed for notes, and there is no news feed to discover new newsletters, right? It's not just post and ghost. Like, don't comment randomly. You always want to show up on bigger accounts with more interaction. People start discovering your work. They notice. You want to show up on accounts in your industry, right? So that you give them, 37 seconds of attention. I got just a second. Where was it? Like, yeah, it's this one. Recommendations. Recommendations. Where was it? Where I talked about recommendations? Which article? I think this is where, like, AI could be helpful. So how I write. Do I have the filter Substack? that was it. So understanding what we're what it means is that other people recommend subscribing to my newsletter. The right click is empty. And again, the best way to be intentional about it is to simply start commenting and treating it like a freaking social media platform. Writing isn't just about typing your thoughts, it's knowing how to package those, give it down. Okay. Okay, so this is good. I just get rid of that. I don't know what this is, so I'm simply going to move this up right here. Just get rid of that. So something there's no secret. So oh no. Let's just take this. Another proofreading around right here. I would need a strong conclusion also. Okay, let's just take this and then take that. Okay. Let's take this. Just also need to make sure that the title is in title case. I think that's it. So we are good right here. It's been a long time. I hadn't actually generated some kind of yep, copy text. Oh, they changed the interface. I just generate that and just see how it goes. It's been a long time. I actually haven't used. You know what? Screw it. I need to. Okay, let's just log in again. Where's Substack? Here. Boom. Boom. Um.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something probably on your mind. Actually growing a Substack. You, the learner, you shared an article by Matt Giaro. It's called "The Substack Algorithm Has No Secret. Here's how you grow by 500 subscribers each month without the BS."
Catchy title. Definitely no BS promise there.
Right. So our mission today is to, pull out the real actionable stuff Jiro talks about for building that audience, just the straightforward, what works kind of advice.
Exactly. It's a very direct piece of writing. He doesn't really hold back. So yeah, we want to dig into those core ideas he pushes for, effective growth on Substack.
Yeah, let's dive right in then. Jiro, he starts off strong. Basically tells you you're a loser if you're out there chasing some secret algorithm trick.
Yeah, that definitely grabs your attention, doesn't it?
It does.
And what's interesting is how quickly he just dismisses that whole idea. Like, forget finding a hidden formula. His point is, it's not about loopholes. It's about consistent effort and using strategies that actually work. It's really a rejection of those quick.
Like I've been using these in the past, but somehow I don't know, forgot about adding these back. Let's just see like what people say. So let's just also search for algorithm. So find thumbnail articles. Just do the. So let's just do it. Okay. So day 25. Let's just where's the medium tab? So we have the voiceover. This is good. We are going to add the this one right here. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to add the share button. So button, share post with caption. to grow your audience and monetize your with online content. Okay, cool. So going to go out today. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Let me just conclude with a call to action. If you haven't already, the Profitable Blogging System free course, first thing in the description. Thank you very much for tuning in today.